Welcome to Wine Chats with Billy and Lindsay,
where we drink wine and chat life.
Hi, Linny.
Hi, Bill. We've
us.
changed things around again. It's a work in progress. Just don't judge, okay?
I feel like our lives are a work in progress at the moment.
They really are.
Yeah.
We have a new camera angle. I'm not 100% about it. I do like the new arm location. Anyways, you know what? It's a day. So just don't come at us. Come
and
back.
what are we drinking today, Lindsay?
Exactly.
On this day?
I was just going to say, don't come at us. Come back in a few weeks and then see where we're at.
And then come at us.
We are drinking today Bailey's in tea because you know what? It's just one of those days.
Oh, God, that's good. And it just feels good for the soul.
I gave her a little bit extra Bailey's.
Thank you. It's needed.
Anyway.
We're talking about tracking partners today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I stole it from you.
No, steal away. Yeah.
We hope you can hear us and that everything's plugged in properly as well. So let's just...
Because it's actually becoming like an actual thing.
Yeah.
In the younger... I saw on the news the other morning, and this is why I suggest this topic, that the younger generations feel like it is completely normal. I know. Which I'm like... I don't actually understand that mentality.
Like, in what world is it? Look, let's just, from our own experiences, like, do you track your husband?
No, absolutely not.
Ever tracked your husband?
Nope.
I only just discovered how to use, because Henry's been sharing his location with me on Google for years. I've never known how to use it. Okay. I know that sounds really stupid, but I've never known. He shares his location with me when he goes fishing especially, and I say to him, turn that shit on. In the event that something happens to you, I want to be able to say to the police, this is where he went. He tells me where he goes before he leaves.
That makes sense though. That's
a safety thing for me. I'm like, you are going at like fucking 4 a.m. in the morning. You're going somewhere in the dark. I just want to know where you are in case I fucking need you or whatever. Yeah. And for years he's been sharing it with me. It was only really like literally a few weeks ago that I'm like, I don't know how to find you. So I go into Google Maps and I search for his name, but nothing comes up. And I literally don't know how to do it. And he goes, you just have to like zoom out.
Okay.
And then it'll actually show like an H for where he is on the map in the world or whatever.
Okay.
And so now I know how to find him.
And that's turned on all the time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I reckon if I zoom out now, I'll find him in Melbourne. He's traveling at the moment. But like, do I check it unless I need to? No. I'm pretty sure I have my location on as well. Where am I going? To Lindsay's house, to your, like to my house? So no, we don't, like I track him for the purposes of like safety, but I never look at it. It's not something that's on my mind of like, where is he? Can I find him? Yeah. Did he go where he said he went?
Exactly. He's going to be home in 18 minutes from work.
It literally never occurs to me to check it. And I will even sometimes, like if I get home and he says like, oh, I'm going to go to the office in the morning and then I'll be home afterwards. And then he's not home when I get home. It never even occurs to me to check on where he is location-wise. I just call him and I'm like, hey, where are you? Like you said, you're going to be home.
Literally just going to say, if I'm wondering when Cameron's going to be home, I message him or ring him. Hey, babe, like how far away are you?
Totally.
Like a normal person. I feel like when you start to track your partner, it's so unhealthy. I think so many unhealthy habits will start from there.
Totally.
And the sad thing with the younger generations that think that it's okay, that like, it's just a world of hurt that they're opening up for themselves. Like I don't see any positive aspect. And again, we're not talking about the safety aspects.
Like don't like
normal tracking, like just normal checking where they are. How come you were over there today? What were you doing? Like it's just so unhealthy.
I feel that's so weird. I could not imagine Henry coming to me and being like, why were you over at that cafe today? Yeah. I'd be like, what the fuck? I probably wouldn't even remember that I was at the cafe. Like,
was I?
Was I?
Who was I with?
100%. I think I agree. I could not think of anything more unhealthy. And it's obviously probably our generation that didn't have that available to us when we were younger.
Yeah.
What's the point? Like if somebody's stepping out on you or doing weird shit to you, I don't know.
Stepping in and doing weird shit to you. What do
you
mean?
If somebody's cheating on you or like going around your back.
Right.
If you can't trust them in general, tracking them isn't going to help you.
But see, but this is the odd thing. I really don't think that the younger generations are tracking their partners for that reason. They just think it's normal to track your partner.
That is not normal.
No, exactly. Because in my mind, the whole coercive control thing, it like as soon as it came up on the news, I'm like, no, surely not. Surely they aren't, because that is like, hello, where have we all been?
Totally.
Like, I'm lost for words. I don't understand how mentally they think it's okay. Mentally health. Like, I can't even speak.
Yeah.
Like, mentally sane people think that that's okay.
And again, like, what's the purpose? Like, it must be because these kids have so much access to technology.
Yeah.
That you're right. Because you can track everyone and anyone now, you think it's normal to do that.
That it's okay. Because it's an option that it's okay.
Because it's available. And that's the thing. Like, again, even if it's available to me, first, I didn't even know how to use it for ages. But now that I do, I'm like, I would never, like, why, if I can just ask my partner and speak to them and they'll tell me, I don't get it. And if he won't tell me, then that's a conversation in itself. And then I also kind of think because it's always on for him, I don't need to check it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, like, okay, well, he is where he is.
See,
I don't know. It just doesn't occur to me. I didn't grow up like that. So it doesn't. Yeah.
And I think it, like, once you start checking it, it's like we keep checking, like, our YouTube or whatever. Like, how much money have we made today? Like, you get obsessed with checking and, like, refreshing. And then it's
so
all
weird,
consuming.
though. That's so weird. That is coercive control. There is something to be said for, like, needing to know where a person is at all times.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think I would feel like that about my children. I'd fucking air tag them like motherfuckers. Don't you, like, better believe it. But I don't think I would still be, like, following them around. And maybe I would. I don't fucking know.
Okay, so this is my next point.
Yeah.
I will with my children. I was going to say it will be 100% different with my kids. And I know it's like maybe...
Coercive control parent.
I'm all down with that. Do you know how fucking scary the world is out there? So Bane, my eldest, has a phone for when he scoots to school. Like literally scoots to school. Not when he scoots to school.
I could just see him in his little backpack.
Bye, Mom, I'm scooting to school. Like, scooters to school.
Right.
And when he first started doing it, I would literally, obviously, I track him on my phone.
Oh, the first few times I would literally watch him.
I did.
You would.
I literally watched his little, like, blue circle move along. But now I don't. But I have the access to check him.
Right.
But he literally only goes to school and comes home.
Yeah.
But when he starts getting to be more independent and going out and about, doing things.
In Canada, apparently.
Billy, that is way too far for him to go by himself.
Well, you would be in Canada with him, clearly.
But, like, I 100% will be tracking my kids. Every move, I do not care. No, the world is way too scary.
Oh, totally. Look, I think I would be, obviously, like, if I was to drop my kid off somewhere, I would then check to make sure she's still there. Like, I would track her in that sense. I don't know if I would be necessarily, like, watching her the whole time she's out. I probably would for the first few times. I have no doubt that I'll be doing that. But eventually you'd kind of just, I don't know.
Nope.
And you know what? It scares me because not anymore now that we can air tag them or whatever the fuck, we can track them. But I remember when I went out, my mum dropped me off to go to the movies with some friends, and I was in New Zealand, so I was anywhere between maybe 11, 12. Mum drops me off to the movies with my friend. Cool. We decided not to go to watch the movie. We weren't naughty. Like, we weren't like, fuck yeah, my mum's just dropped me off, let's leave or whatever. We just literally were like, no, let's not watch that movie, let's go somewhere else.
But, like, within the mall somewhere else? Or, like...
No, within, like, the town. Because it was a small town that I was from. So she dropped us off at the movies. And we just went to the park. We went walking around. We ended up at someone's house. And eventually, literally, like, hours later, eventually I was like, fuck, I need to call my mum and let her know where I am. And I call my mum from my friend's house. This is, like, ages away from where the movies are. And when she picks up the phone, bro, she is sobbing. She is freaking out.
Of course.
Where have you been? Because she went back to pick me up.
Of course.
I just lost track of time. Like, I literally, you're a kid. You just lose track of time. I don't remember my mum ever being that fucking pissed off with me.
I've never heard this story.
Oh, and I just remember that being, because to me, like, it wasn't like an intentional, I'm going to fucking leave and go off and do my own thing and, like, lie to my mum or whatever. It was very much just like a kid.
Yeah.
Not thinking it through. Yeah, literally just
sure.
not just going off and doing stuff. So that is exactly why I will have some type of trackers on my kids and whatnot, because sometimes they fucking lose track of time. They lose track of themselves. They fucking get excited and go off with their friends, do their thing.
And when you're 11, 12, 13, you're not thinking straight. Like, you're
Yeah.
not making rash decisions. You're
100%.
doing, oh, let's not go to the movies. Let's go do this.
Oh, totally.
You're not thinking, oh, well, wait, the movie is going to be over in a couple hours. Like,
What
we
was
gotta
I
make
thinking?
sure we're back at the cinema.
What was I thinking?
You weren't. You
I
were a
literally was not.
girl.
Yeah.
This is like your mother, the poor lady.
I would have been a bit older. I reckon I would have been about, because I was thinking to myself as well, I don't know if I would let my 11-year-old, my mum would never. She was so attached to me. I must have been like a good 13.
This was my other
Yeah.
point. I'm like, I can't believe that Yasna let you go to the
No, I
movies.
must have been older. I reckon I would have been around 13 because I left New Zealand when I was 14. So I would have been a good like 13, 14 maybe even at that stage.
Can I ground you now for that? Because I feel very disappointed in you.
I fucking want to ground myself. And again, like I was so close to my mum. Like my mum and I were like I would never have done that to her. Like if I had known, but again, like, and even me, such a good kid, like very like straightly 180, still did dumb stuff like that. So I can imagine that our daughters, again, not intentionally, but just like get carried away.
Yeah. It was so funny. This is kind of going off the beaten track, but it's all relevant. Bane was sleeping over at a friend's house, his besties, the other day. So like, I know the kid, I know the family, like they're super close, the kids, and like normal family, like they parent very normally in my mind, right?
Similarly to us, if we're going normal, right?
Well, we're normal. Everyone else is
good.
abnormal.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
and
Everyone else sucks. God.
so the mom even messaged saying, oh, are you cool for me to take Bane to the mall? I've got some errands to run. Yes, of course. Thank you
But you're
very
not
much.
going to leave his side, right?
Well, no, this is what she did. And I like this because so they're going to be 12 at the, in a few months, not a few months, like
But enough.
4 or 5 months, whatever. And so she took them to the one store, Rebel. It's a sporting store, and said, okay, you boys can stay in the store, roam around and have a look.
Like that?
And then meet me in LD, which is literally like you walk down the hall around the corner and LD's right there. So it wasn't like from one side to the other.
Sure.
And she was like, it's just to give them little tidbits of independence to wean them into, transition them into.
I'm down with that.
Right?
100%. Because it's still within a secure space.
Yeah.
Really, like they're not going to go anywhere. They're good boys. They're going to listen. So.
Well, this is the thing. Are they going to listen? You don't know. Even though they're good boys, you don't know. But I think little chunks of independence and trust like that builds up to like me being able to be okay to like drop them off at the cinemas because they do stupid shit and go to the park and their friend's house instead.
I've started like going around the corner into a different aisle during like food shopping or Kmart or something. And then even then I'm like, Eve, May, like I get them to like, caca, like just to like give them enough freedom to like check out the aisles by themselves. But like I'm always around the corner waiting, just putting some meters between us,
Oh my God.
So do you track your partner or what?
No, and actually we took a poll because this is, can I just go to our Insta
Go
poll?
to the poll and then after the break we've got stats. So give us some.
Very exciting stats. Oh, look at, there's your face, Billy. There it is.
It's me.
It is you. Yeah, no, so 73% of our followers said no effing way.
To
like, do you track your partner?
Partners. Yeah. And these are all obviously like our generation people who don't even fucking... Like honestly, guys, what are we doing? Okay.
I just think if you're younger, don't do it. Like seriously, it is not okay. It leads to bad stuff, which we're going to talk about.
Oh, let's go. All right.
We're back with some stary scats.
Stary scats coming at you. Prevalence. We don't know what prevalence is, but if you do, let us know. Prevalence. I think like prevalence, I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Prevalence among young adults. This is Australian statistics about tracking your partner, right? A recent study by the E-Safety Commission, sounds legit, found that nearly 1 in 5 young adults in Australia believe tracking a partner's location is to be expected in a relationship. That could not be further from what should be expected in a relationship. The idea that my kid would be going out with some fucking loser who's going to be tracking her and saying to her, where did you go? What did you do? Who were you with? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
this will be on record. I don't care. I will go and punch the shit out of him. Break up with him for my daughter. Like that is
Or her.
Or
For
her.
your boys.
Yes,
Yep,
yes.
Straight up, yep.
But I feel this is look.
Would you punch a little girl in the face?
Oh, absolutely. I wasn't hesitating for that. Absolutely. If they're tracking my kid, absolutely. No, I was going to say something that I don't know if is not relevant, factual.
Go on, it's our podcast.
Do you think more male partners are prone to track, or do you think it's more psychotic women that are insecure, or do you have a fact for this?
Men are reportedly twice as likely as women to justify tracking their partners, often perceiving it as an expression of affection or concern.
No.
This is how it starts.
Exactly.
This is how it starts.
Does anybody else get the heebie-jeebies listening to this?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good. Go. Continue. This
No, I
is
do because I think it's
yeah.
so fucked up. Like that we are setting our kids up. We're not setting our kids up, but it's the world that they're entering. And if these kids are coming up thinking this is a normal way to behave, when it's clearly not, when it's actually a really dangerous thing to do, like for them to legit be thinking, oh, I'm doing this for your safety to make sure that you're okay. I'm okay, motherfucker. Like you do. And like, I think like knowing this stuff, I will be talking to my daughters more about like, this is not a normal thing to like, you do not do this. This is not, I don't want them doing that shit because that's a head fuck for them too. So, normalization of invasive behaviors. So research indicates that over 10% of Australians think it's acceptable to track their partner's phone or have access to their passcodes, viewing such actions as signs of care rather than coercive control.
How is it caring to read your partner's messages? Like a legit question. How is that caring for them?
Do you have Cameron's passcodes? Like you know, like how to get into his shit?
I think so.
Yeah.
I honestly,
You don't even check, right?
I don't check. What
Yeah.
would I need to check for? If he is having an affair on me, I'm going to find out a different way. And if that is what's happening, like
totally. Like what? Like that's the thing. You're absolutely right.
can't.
This is the thing, right? I have all of Henry's passcodes, whatever. But like, I've never, like when he goes to shower, I'm checking through his phone. What the fuck for? In fact, I did do this. When we had broken up, this is years ago, when we had broken up and we got back together and I was still a bit like, a little bit.
I love this. Like, what did he do when we were on a break?
Totally.
Is this the Ross?
We were on
a break.
I did. And I went through his messages and I found messages between him and another girl. But it wasn't even like bad messages, him and her,
Damn it.
whatever. It was
really-
like an ex-girlfriend or something. And I got angry at him.
Did you see unhealthy?
And again, he didn't know I was checking his phone. So I then approached him and I was like, why? This is what I was, okay, this is again why people, it's unhealthy to do this because, I mean, I was a healthy person, but I was still a little bit of a crazy person.
Unhinged.
And I was like, why didn't you mention me? When you, so it wasn't even that he was
Oh my God.
saying like trying to get up in her or whatever. It was like a friend, an old friend, like a girlfriend from way back when or whatever. He got in touch with her or something. And I was like, but why didn't you ask her, like tell her about me?
But why would he?
Lindsay, why wouldn't he?
You were on a break, Billy.
Seriously, this is what I'm saying. Like people go crazy and that's not a healthy thing to do. Like that is not a healthy way to behave.
Okay, Rachel and Ross.
Anyway, don't normalize that shit.
No, there's nothing normal about it. Like seriously, I cannot emphasize this enough. There is nothing normal about it unless your partner, I'm getting so worked up. Unless your partner is fishing in the middle of the fucking ocean or climbing Mount Everest, you do not need to track them.
100%.
Continue on.
Could not agree more. Youth perspectives on control. So a survey by Our Watch involving 1,000 Australian youths aged 14 to 20 revealed that many young people normalize jealousy and controlling behaviors such as monitoring a partner's location or expecting constant updates, mistakenly viewing them as signs of love or healthy boundaries. So that's the thing. And the thing that scares me is that they're saying like, oh, just give me your location so I can make sure you're okay. Like, bitch, what do you think? How have I survived my whole life without you?
If I'm not
Follow
okay,
me.
I'll call the cops.
Or I'll be dead in a ditch. Like, leave me alone.
You're the person I'm not okay being around.
Right?
You're the person that I need to be like saved from and cared for from. Like this is what it's.
And it scares me that one day my
So
daughter will be like,
mind-boggling.
no, I'm not sharing that with you.
Yeah.
And then he fucking freaks out anyway
Yeah.
on her. Like, you should be, like, you sharing your location should be very much your choice for whatever. Like, it shouldn't be, I don't know, like a thing that's like forced, that's like a standard thing.
No.
It's not, it should not be a standard thing.
You drop a pin when you're like, hey,
Yes, drop a pin.
Meet me here for dinner. Drop pin.
Not
that
like, meet me at my location.
like
the fuck?
Not like, hey babe, where are you right now? What you doing? Share your location. No, you just say, hey, I'm at Bobby's house.
Yep.
End of story.
Yep. Wherever Bobby lives.
He doesn't need to know.
You don't need to know.
Bobby's a girl, by the way. Not
Right.
a boy.
Yeah, right. You don't have to say that.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Exactly.
matter. Who Bobby is not his concern or her concern. Legal and ethical considerations.
Okay.
Okay, coercive control. The eSafety Commission warns that location sharing apps can increase the risk of coercive control, a form of abuse where one partner exerts power over another through surveillance and restrictions. There's laws against that now. This didn't tell me any of the
As
laws.
of
Do you have something?
only that it was as of May of this year in Australia. From May 26th this year, coercive, I have a hard time saying that word. Coercive control is a
Good.
criminal offense in Queensland, actually. What's with the other states? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Or maybe it already was and Queensland was.
Well, I have a feeling that Queensland, because of what happened to Sweet Hannah, I think they were pushing for it, right? Like,
No, I
maybe
know,
they-
but I'm saying
yeah.
like, why just Queensland? It should be the whole country.
That's just how it starts, though. I think they can only change the laws in Queensland for the
Oh
moment. I'm
my
just
God,
saying,
no,
like,
they
get it.
can't. They could change the laws.
I think you just have to petition differently. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. Oh my God, bitch, please. I
I'm
know.
just trying to
I'm
say,
saying.
like, the other states should catch up, but I think maybe we were more like, hurry the fuck up and change this shit. Do you need to know more?
No, I didn't need to know anything. It was a comment.
Can I
like,
tell you more?
it should not just be the state. Like, it should be the country. Like, ridiculous.
But they haven't petitioned in the country. Lindsay, God, keep up.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Fucking track you, bitch. Hunt you down later.
I'll fucking show you my location. I'm either here or at home. Literally nowhere else for me to be. Or I'm dropping my kids
Or
to
school. I was just going to say, or school.
You can literally tell by the time of day where
Totally,
it'll be.
yeah.
Okay, privacy rights. Even within relationships, individuals have the right to privacy. Duh. Unauthorized tracking or access to a partner's personal devices without consent can be considered a violation of privacy and in some cases may be illegal. Even your own fucking husband.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
This
matter.
is the thing. It's
He's
always,
still a person.
It doesn't matter if you're married to the person. No, seriously.
And that's how people get away with it as well, because it's like, oh, well, he's my husband, he's my wife. So, like, I have a right to this. No, you fucking don't.
He's your wife?
Whatever. he could be my wife these days. Everybody goes every which way.
Oh, I know. Don't
There's
even
no more
get,
rules.
That's a different topic.
Okay, so, I mean, Lenny, I have some discussion starters here,
Oh,
If
are
you
we
would
starting
like.
a discussion at the end of the episode?
I guess,
Okay, let's start.
as ChatGPT advises.
Love them.
Okay, at what point does concern for a partner's safety cross into controlling behavior?
The second they start tracking you. Like, literally.
Yeah, the second you start tracking for not like oh my God, is he lost at sea?
Yeah. Did he fall off of Mount
Yeah.
Everest? Is he alive?
Yeah, I
She-
agree with that. Like, I think if it's at any point that is not like reasonable for you to, if you are not concerned for their safety, essentially.
I know it sounds extreme, but I'm 100% behind that. Like, I do not
That's
think.
not extreme. That's normal.
Well, is it though? In these days,
Well,
it's not normal.
Yeah.
Any sort of. Anyways, yep. Okay. As
Okay.
soon as it starts, yes.
Is sharing your location with a partner a sign of trust or a breach of privacy?
I think it depends on the
Couple, hey?
couple exactly, and the situation. Like, why are
again,
you
yeah.
sharing the location?
Yeah.
Is it because it's like, oh, I'm meeting you for dinner, but I don't know where we're going?
Drop a pin.
Exactly. Like, is it that? Because that's normal. Is it like a different situation? That's not normal.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with sharing it, but I just think like abusing it is a problem. Like
Yeah.
you yourself should know, are you abusing this privilege of knowing where your partner is?
Yeah.
Like,
Like, what's the reasoning behind them
Yeah.
requesting you sharing your location?
yeah. That's it. And that would be, to be honest, that would be such an awkward conversation to have if you weren't, like if you were just to suddenly go to camera and, hey, babe, can you share your location with me? Like, how do you, like, what would even, like, I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, okay, but what for? Like, how
Yeah.
do you even, and then like, imagine if you didn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
If there is like DV in the situation, whatever, like if there is any kind of like weirdness and they want your location, it would actually kind of be a scary thing to be able to say no. Because then if you do say no for like whatever reasons, not because you're cheating or because you're doing anything bad, but like just because you don't want that person tracking you, that's kind of scary. And then they put shit on your phone anyway.
Exactly.
That's fucked.
They're probably already tracking you. in other weird ways.
And then if you say no, then they'll be like, oh, well, it's because of this and that. And they're like, oh, God, it's actually like kind of a scary world.
150 million %.
I know we've just been talking about that this whole time, but it is like a really terrifying.
Absolutely.
Because we're in healthy relationships. So to me, I'm like, well, I don't fucking care where Henry is. Like, I know what he says he's in Melbourne. I assume he is. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if I zoomed out and he's like in West End.
Or why is he at the Hilton in Melbourne? What's happening? Meanwhile, the dude's having a conference.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I mean, I'm just making that up. I don't know why he's in Melbourne, but it's probably like, you know what I mean? Like, let's check. No. If Cameron if I asked Cameron, he would probably be like, okay, sure, babe, but how do you do that?
You're totally. Literally, that's what I'm saying. Like, Henry was sharing his with me for years, and I just kind of like assumed if I needed to find him, like I would be able to. I'd ask someone, like, hey, can you fucking, because he's sharing it. But like, I literally just had to zoom out. Anyway. Okay, last one. I think we can both agree that there should be, but should there be legal repercussions for unauthorized tracking in relationships? No brainer. Absolutely
Have you not been listening to the episode?
Just jokes. Of course.
What did you just say?
Absolutely not. Fucking A. That's the whole reason there are laws like coercive control laws is so there should be legal repercussions for being a fucking dick.
What she said.
Okay. Don't be weird.
Don't track. And if you haven't had Baileys and tea, like seriously, I know the whole thing is like Baileys and coffee, but one of my family friends, I know I'm just going to end the episode like this. At Christmas time, she gave us Baileys and tea. And literally, if you haven't tried it, just go and try it. It is so delicious. It's delicious.
Also, I'd like to say that I have been tensing my abs this whole time to sit like this. So I'm gonna be so sore tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, not gonna be able to use my muscles. My core's like.
She looks very comfortable for those that can't see her. But she was saying during break, she's like, I am so uncomfortable.
Like I literally am in that position where like.
But you look so comfy. Look, the setup is going to get better, people. We just one day, the camera angle's bugging me today. The chair's bugging you and your abs. Look, come back next week and hopefully we'll have shit sorted.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us for this latest episode of Wine Chats podcast with Bildo and Lindeland. You can find us on our socials on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and you can listen to us on any favorite podcasting app or watch on YouTube.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, review, comment, send us some love. We absolutely love it.
Chat soon. Come on, Lenny. Chat soon.
Chat soon.
Chat soon.
We're not putting this in.
Come on.
Okay, we'll add in chat soon at the end. Both of us?
Yeah, go
on.
on.
Chat soon.